The morning air inside Ridgewood High was filled with the usual chatter, sneakers squeaking on the polished floor, and laughter echoing through the wide hallways. But in that noise, there was one person who always walked quietly, like she didn't belong to the world around her. Emma Dale, the 17-year-old blonde girl who kept to herself. She was soft-spoken, always sitting near the window in class, sketching quietly in her notebook. Her long golden ponytail was something everyone noticed. It shimmered under the classroom lights like sunlight on water. It wasn't just hair to her, it was something she carried from her late mother, who used to braid it every morning before school. Ever since her mom's accident, Emma had promised herself she'd never cut it. It was her last connection to her, but not everyone cared about the meaning behind it. In Ridgewood, quietness was mistaken for weakness, and weakness was entertainment for people like Madison Blake, the school's queen bee, tall, sharp-featured, always surrounded by her crew. Madison's laugh could fill the hall, and wherever she went, chaos followed. Her group, Zoe, Chloe, and Haley, were her shadows, feeding off her cruelty, turning the school into their personal stage. Emma had learned to keep her eyes down when they passed. But that morning, fate had other plans. Emma walked into homeroom, clutching her sketchbook close. She had drawn something beautiful the night before, a picture of her mom smiling beside a lake. The teacher wasn't there yet, and the girls at the back were already laughing about something. Madison's voice pierced through the noise. "Oh, look, it's Rapunzel. Still hiding behind that hair?" Laughter followed. Emma tried to ignore it, quietly walking to her seat, but Madison wasn't done. "Hey, I'm talking to you, Dale." The way she said her name, it felt like poison. Emma sat down and focused on her drawing. Madison's heels clicked closer. "You know, maybe you'd actually look human if you lost that." "Dead horse tail." Emma froze. She didn't respond. Madison smirked. "Aw, cat got your tongue? Guess I'll help you with that makeover." Before Emma could move, Madison's friend Zoe pulled out a pair of scissors from her art kit. "No," Emma whispered, backing away. But the girls circled her. The class hadn't filled yet. Only a few students watched in shock, but stayed silent, afraid of getting involved. "Madison, don't!" Emma's voice cracked. "Hold her," Madison ordered, and Chloe gripped Emma's shoulders. Emma's sketchbook fell to the floor, pages flipping open to reveal the drawing of her mother. Madison noticed it and laughed cruelly. "Oh, this? Who's this supposed to be? Some kind of saint?" She ripped the page in half. The sound of tearing paper broke something inside Emma. But then came the next sound, the cold metallic snip of scissors. Zoe grabbed a handful of Emma's hair, and before anyone could stop it, snip! A thick lock of golden hair fell onto the desk. Madison laughed like she'd just won a prize. "There! Now you look normal!" Emma's heart stopped. Her fingers trembled as she touched the uneven strands near her neck. The class fell into silence. Even Madison's followers seemed uneasy now. But Madison kept laughing, holding up the cut ponytail like a trophy. "Maybe I should hang this in my locker." Emma didn't move. She didn't cry. She just stared at the desk where her hair had fallen. Her breathing grew shallow. Then slowly she stood up. For the first time, she looked Madison in the eye. Something cold had replaced the softness in her blue eyes. Madison smirked again. "What? You gonna cry?" Emma's voice came low and steady. "You shouldn't have done that." Madison rolled her eyes. Or what? Before anyone could blink, the classroom door opened. Mr. Grant, their homeroom teacher, walked in. "What's going on here?" Everyone scattered to their seats. Madison quickly hid the scissors under the desk. Emma quietly picked up her sketchbook and sat back down, her face calm, almost too calm. Mr. Grant glanced around, noticing the tension, but said nothing as class began. The whispers started immediately after, rumors flying faster than the morning announcements. By lunch, everyone knew Madison had cut Emma's hair. Some laughed about it, others whispered behind hands, but Emma didn't appear in the cafeteria that day. She sat on the far side of the school courtyard under an old oak tree, staring at the fallen lock of her hair she had tucked inside a notebook. Her best friend from middle school, Lena, came running up. "Emma! Oh my God, I saw what happened. Are you okay?" Emma smiled faintly. "Yeah, I'm fine." but Lena could tell from her eyes she wasn't fine. Something inside her had snapped. That evening, Emma didn't go home crying. She went to the small garage behind her house, the one her father had turned into a workout space years ago when he was still around. Inside, dust-covered old equipment, punching pads, and a worn-out karate belt. Her father had been a martial arts instructor before leaving for military service overseas. Emma hadn't trained since she was 12, but now, as she stood in that silent room, she tied that old belt around her waist and whispered, "I remember everything you taught me, Dad." She began with stretches, then kicks, then full combinations. Her body moved like muscle memory, waking from a long sleep. The echo of her kicks against the training bag filled the room. Sweat dripped down her face, mixing with tears she didn't even realize she was shedding. Every punch carried her anger. Every kick carried her humiliation. She trained until her legs trembled, until her lungs burned. But she didn't stop. When she finally collapsed, the clock read 2 a.m. She looked at the broken mirror on the wall, at the uneven hair framing her face, and whispered, "Tomorrow I won't be quiet." The next morning, Emma walked into school differently. Her hair was now trimmed short, shoulder-length, styled with sharp edges that somehow made her look stronger. She wore a plain black hoodie and jeans. When Madison and her group saw her walking down the hallway, they laughed again. "Oh, look, she actually fixed her hair. Guess we did her a favor," Zoe chuckled. Emma didn't respond. She kept walking, calm, her backpack slung casually on one shoulder. But there was something in her eyes that made even Zoe stop laughing for a second. It was the look of someone who wasn't scared anymore. Later that day, gym class was in session. The students were told they'd be doing basic